Today we are going to react to more celebrities and their fragrances on GQ's hit YouTube series 10 Things I Can't Live Without. But if you're already a fan of this reaction series I am doing and you have yet to subscribe, please do so already. Also be sure to hit the like button because at 500 likes I'll be dropping another one of these videos too. So it goes without saying, I hope you enjoy the show. Now roll intro, roll video.
Labo, Bay, 19. That could have been an advert.
Alright, so firstly sporting the lovely Bay 19, this is Daniel Ricciardo, Formula 1 driver. Let's see what else he has to say about it.
We have events, we're going out, we sweat a lot in the race car. We do carry some pretty awesome odor, so yeah, even like long flights, you just feel a little bit, can kind of feel gross. This can be a savior.
And hey, Daniel's right, I've definitely been there myself. Not being able to properly shower within hours, if not days, of long connecting flights from place to place just sucks. So to have a good fragrance on you with potentially a fragrance-free deodorant stick as well would just go a long way to making your flight a little bit more enjoyable, at least for me. And as far as Daniel's scent of choice to keep him company here in Bay 19, again, I think it's really lovely. It's really known for its petrichor vibe, and petrichor is the scent that you get when rainfall hits dry soil, so it's nice earthy moist feel. It's quite an intense scent cloud, but again one that is really pleasant, one that just feels like life, if that makes any sense. Overall, just very comforting stuff and not stinky at all, at least in my opinion.
There's hints of floral, a little bit of lotus in there, some parmesan. There's definitely some sirloin steak, medium well, some charring, yet some elegant boysenberries.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so Daniel's going ahead with trying to break this down, but then kind of just takes a piss at the end here. And that's the thing, regardless of the scent or how much you know, have as much fun with just any experience as much as you can. Because catching a whiff of something is supposed to be fun and or at least intriguing. So if it can put a smile on your face, if you don't want to take this as seriously as a lot of people do, then once again, I think you'll at least have more fun with it. So that's good too. And again, if you also want to get a hold of this scent specifically, in Bay 19 by Labo, a 50 ml is going to run you about $192 US at retail. Again, great stuff, Daniel. On to the next one.
This is some YSL right here.
So here we have certified platinum selling recording artist in Smoke Perp with the very popular YSL alum. Let's see what else he has to say about it.
How'd you discover that one?
I think I just went and bought it. I used to wear Creed. I feel like you got to switch it up sometimes, you know. And then I started getting the YSL. Sometimes I get the Dior.
And hey, in my opinion, Perp is right. You definitely have to switch it up. And I know this series is called 10 Things I Can't Live Without, but I feel like people ultimately wear scents because they want to, not have to. That's what makes it fun. So if you're the type to primarily wear one scent over a period of time, maybe you start off doing it because you really like it, because you want to. So when that starts feeling like a chore as you spray it on, that's when you'll start wanting to look for something else. And for someone like Perp here, he went from a Creed to Lom, which I think is really unique. But hey, I guess I can say I'm also happy again that he is not snooty here and can enjoy a good fragrance regardless of the price point. And what can I say, Lom is still very good. It's known for its very uplifting opening of both ginger and bergamot, so it's spicy and citrusy. Really feel good morning stuff that's going to make you want to be motivated to do really productive things in the morning. And as that dries down hours in, you're going to get more sweeter facets coming in, you're going to get more spices coming in, as well as woods. Definitely going to make you feeling like the man in it.
Did you sample a bunch?
I'm not gonna lie, I do that. I do some like different colognes. See, when I want to, like, you know, get into something new.
And hey, this is good too. This man is not afraid to try things properly, and again, I suggest you should also do this as well. Sure, the world is going the way of e-commerce, but if you can actually get out there to your brick and mortar stockists and be able to try stuff properly while we have this experience nowadays, definitely take advantage of it. Sample, test, do what you gotta do if things are open during the pando, just like Perp did here to be able to get some Lom. And if you also want to go the retail route for Lom as well, it's gonna run you $95 US for 100 ml. Good job, Perp. On to the next one.
This is the black pepper from Comme des Garçons.
Next up, we have certified diamond selling recording artist in Macklemore, and in his hands is Black Pepper by Comme des Garçons. Definitely one of these fragrances that have eluded me, which I'm mad about.
I love the fragrance of Comme des Garçons. I think I have all of them at this point.
And I'm pretty sure he is referring to owning just the Pebble bottles from CDG and not their entire fat roster of scents. But regardless, he better have some serious shelf or dresser real estate, just because the Pebble bottles here are definitely not efficient as far as saving space, because they kind of just lay flat like a pebble in its shape there. And in order for them to stand up, you do need a tester stand, which is damn near impossible to track down. So I know people who actively avoid the Pebble bottles from CDG just because of real estate, despite how good the scents may be and or how unique they are. So I guess this presentation is a double-edged sword for Comme des Garçons, but I think, again, if you really, really like it, you will actually appreciate this thing for its faults too. And I know I do, because again, I still want this shit. The pepper opening is just really good if you are into black pepper. It's gonna pop in your nose really nicely, but there's a cooked quality that black pepper has here, and I think that's really nice, especially with some of the cedar wood, spicy and smoked overall. So for me, I think it's a nice, mysterious, manly kind of scent. So if that also piques your interest, you might want to check it out too.
I get complimented like, ooh, what is that? I just tell people that it's Ralph Lauren, so they don't smell like me. But the truth is, it's Comme des Garçons. And now everyone knows. Now, despite being the type who is straight up about what kind of fragrance I'm wearing if someone asks, I definitely respect the veteran move here by Macklemore, because, you know, say if I only had 1 or 2 or 3 scents, and as a result I identify with them a little bit more strongly than maybe me can identify with one of 200 scents I personally own, maybe then I would want to lie about the brand, you know? So I get it. Again, especially with something like this, because I think it's that good. Again, it's eluded me for years. You too could also smell like Macklemore in Black Pepper by Comme des Garçons. It's going to retail for $131 US for 100 mLs. So yeah, really good stuff. On to the next celeb.
First essential would be Byredo Parfums. I love my cologne.
Next, we have pro basketballer and combo guard for the New York Knicks, Austin Rivers, and he has a trifecta of awesome scents here. One in the warm and lovely Eau Dwell by Diptyque, one in Another 13, one of my personal favorites as far as a musky scent, and lastly, and the one he is actually focusing on, Byredo's Bouillon. And notice how he said Byredo Perfumes,
Byredo Parfums,
or how it's actually supposed to be said, Byredo Parfum. That's because he mainly knows the brand of this previous presentation of Bouillon, because upon changing the name from Byredo Parfum to just Byredo, the new bottle looks like this now. And the reason the name change happened is basically because founder and CEO Ben Gorham started diversifying the portfolio of Byredo to not just do fragrant related things, but also to try to become respectable in other facets of luxury. We're talking leather goods, cosmetics, other accessories in general. So as a result, from a creative standpoint, Byredo has always been really intriguing to me. And again, G points go to Austin Rivers here for this previous presentation of Bouillon.
I was young, I used like Curvinax, the cheapest things you could buy in like a Walgreens store or something like that. And then once I started to get more in touch with smelling different than other people, I started trying to buy, other brands.
And hey, we all had to start somewhere, right? But if this man really came up from Axe and Curve all the way up to Byredo, damn, that's a good place to start once you have money. So very good, Austin. Very good. And at this point, based on what I said before, I think you can guess overall that I'm very much into the brand just on scent alone too. For me, it's hard not to love the artistic yet wearable and easy to understand approach with the Byredo scents. And Bouillon, while not one of my favorites, I think is a lovely plum scent. Plum being a deeper smelling fruit and one that pairs well with warmer notes. So you add that sweet, intoxicating quality with a sexy leather note. And yeah, it's just one that you'll keep going back for more for, say if you spray your wrist or something. So again, very lovely stuff overall.
I can always ask, what's something that most people don't buy? Because I don't want to smell like someone else. Guys, y'all smelling like everybody else. You gotta upgrade and be different, man. Time to upgrade.
Now, there's nothing wrong with smelling like others if you genuinely like the scent for honest and organic reasons. But at the same time, fragrance is one of those things where you don't really have to play by more visual societal rules. Like a lot of us drive a lot of the same cars, have a lot of the same smartphones, wear a lot of the same clothes or the same shoes, things like that. But fragrance goes a little bit more unseen, so if you want to use something that is quote unquote more unique in an individualistic type of way, I think that's where Austin is coming from here. So fair play to Austin once again for Bouillon. It is undoubtedly nice, but I do feel bad for the scent just because it is becoming harder to find. If you check the Byredo site, you'll see that it is only found in store nowadays, and that's kind of scary because I've seen other brands do this for other scents, and those those scents eventually went discontinued because the stock went dry as far as the online, and then as far as brick and mortar stock is, it's just, are they waiting for those to go dry too and then they can just remove the URL? I don't know, but regardless, if you are remotely interested in this scent, it's best you check it out ASAP sooner than later. Say if you can actually go into your stores and sniff things. And if you do, expect to be paying $270 for a 100 ml of Byredo Bouillon. Once again, great stuff, Austin. On to the next one.
Here we have my special cologne, Tiziana Terenzi Kirche is the scent.
And last up to close off the video, this is pro footballer and Chelsea winger in Christian Pulisic, and he has perhaps the most random out of left field fragrance I've seen on this series yet, and it is Tiziana Terenzi's Kirche. I mean, it's a beautiful scent, but again, just super random.
I don't even know how to describe it. It just smells like heaven. It smells like everything beautiful in the world put together, pretty much.
And here's another first for GQ's 10 Things I Can't Live Without. I think this is the first clear sign of a tester that I've seen on the series, because retail versions usually have a big looking lid like this, and this clearly is not that, and it's definitely a tester if you look it up. So I presume Christian here is definitely in the know when it comes to fragrances, or perhaps the fragrance community, because how else are you going to get a hold of something like this? It's either he befriended an SA, or maybe he was actually really interested in the scent and eventually went the gray market route, ordered it from a Notino or a Fragrance Buyer, Fragrance X, one of those online gray market retailers. So he would have saw a tester up for sale there, and that was pretty much all she wrote. And if you too also want to pursue testers, why not? Because they're going to save you a lot of money in the long run if you don't mind also not having the proper cap at times too.
I've had this for like a couple years now because this one's like my favorite scent. I like the brand as well. They have a couple other good ones.
Now, since Christian didn't go into detail too much, I'm going to point some things out about Kirche. Kirche was preceded by a scent that smells eerily like it in Erba Pura by Xerjoff, another Italian brand. So if you want to call clone or interpretation on Tiziana Terenzi, I can't blame you, because again, this stuff came out after, and this is something that they're actually known for doing across the board, believe it or not. Nonetheless, their fragrances are pretty, and this one is really pretty especially. It does the Erba Pura fruity musk route in a slightly different manner, a manner when in comparison to other fragrances might arguably smell more unique, and that is using a unique passion fruit note. Passion fruit is a really nice tropical, exotic, intense fruitiness. I swear one waft of this, you're going to want to feel like you're on vacation. That's how cool it is in my personal opinion. But I also do want to touch on another thing that Christian said here.
I like the brand as well. They have a couple other good ones.
Like my man knows a couple of the other ones too, and again, I just feel like most people aren't going to know this brand without being in the know, so I'm finna presume actually that Christian's actually in the fragrance community. And bro, if you see this, please let me know. I'll be happy to talk some scents with you and or point you in the direction of other Terenzi scents that you may also like and or from other brands, again, if that's something you'd be down with. Again, great taste in Kirche here. And to all of you watching at home, if you also want to smell like this in Kirche, it's going to cost you around $250 for not a tester version but a retail version, 100 ml. And there you go for them. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Do you have a favorite celebrity this time around and or scent? Please let me know in the comments section below. Again, if you want to see this video once more in the near future, please give me a like, because if we hit 500 of them, I'll release the next edition of this kind of video. And if I do, please be sure to subscribe as well and hit the notification bell too, so you'll be amongst the first ones on this video too. Until then, that about does for me. I'll see you next time. Take care for now. Peace out. Bye. My name is Manny. Wear your fragrances.